is the Dean of Travel, Dean Jacobs, coming to you from Africa as I continue my exploration of Ethiopia. As I boarded the Lake Tana Ferry at 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning, I found myself surrounded by cows, goats, stacks of large white bags of corn, firewood, empty yellow jugs, and other mysterious items covered in blue plastic. Lake Tana is the largest lake in Ethiopia, and it offered me the chance to move through a part of Ethiopia on something besides a bus. But more importantly, it was my fascination with the source of the Blue Nile that prompted me to book a ticket on the slow-moving ferry that bounces along the lake shore of the lake. I later learned from the captain of the ferry why the shoreline is always visible. The boat has no instruments, not even a compass to guide the boat, so I must use my eyes, said the ferry captain as he guides the boat across the lake. I said a short prayer. Please, no fog today. My visions of a comfortable, quiet ride were soon dashed. My first-class ticket bought me a space on a bench inside a large room at the front end of the boat in a compartment that was crammed with people, all who eyed me in wonder. The horn of the ferry blared out to announce it was time to leave familiar shores, and away we went across the greenish-gray water loaded to the gills. After securing my bag with a cable and locked to my bench, I wandered the small ferry to explore and to see what was to be discovered, and to meet some of the faces that I would be sharing the boat with for the next 2 days. I found a small nook where 2 clever girls had set up a tea shack. This provided a little refuge from all the attention my presence had brought. When the ferry would make a stop, I would take advantage of the opportunity to explore the Lakeside Village. Here, people would set up temporary shops to sell food to passengers as they disembarked. Items like mangoes, chili peppers, or this nice basket of raw coffee beans. I would watch people go about their daily chores like making fishing nets, or just preparing fish for market by drying them out on the wooden poles. Or herding animals was seen everywhere I went. Generally, I would be invited into someone's home, which would also serve as a coffee shop, and I would enjoy a cup of fresh, roasted, brewed coffee. It was a nice chance to have a small glimpse into their world. And as I would walk through the villages, my presence always attracted the attention of curious people. After 2 stops and several hours of moving across the lake, we pulled into the dock at Consola, where we would spend the night. Unfortunately, someone forgot to tell me at first, so I sat on the boat watching everyone walk up the hill to the town. By the time I got to the village, there was 1 room left at the single hotel, right next to the toilet. After securing my room, I walked back down to the lake to watch the sunset. It's one of my favorite things to do as I travel. I found a quiet and beautiful spot along the shore that had some boulders perfect for sitting and watched the sun move closer to the horizon of Lake Tana. I closed my eyes to feel the cool breeze move across my face. After about 10 seconds, I hear, "You! You!" I slowly opened one of my eyes to see a cute young girl who then says, "Are you sleeping?" Turning around, I see she's not alone, but accompanied by 25 others. It was the end of my brief quiet moment. They were insistent on showing me their local pet monkey. I'm not so sure how insistent the monkey was, though. and after a visit with my new friends and watching the sunset over the lake together, I headed back to my hotel. My $1.50 room was small, and the dirt floors were covered with blue plastic, which was all fine with me. But the small hole in the wall that connected the toilet wasn't so nice. It allowed a constant stream of odor to fill my room so strong that when I turned my head in the night in the wrong direction, it would wake me up gagging. Of course, I had made some friends on the ferry that were always there to watch over me. And not long after I laid down for rest, the electricity went out, so I spent part of the evening writing in my journal by candlelight. After falling asleep for the last time, I was awakened again to something running across my pillow at the top of my head and through my hair. I told myself, "It's a spider," and went back to sleep, hoping the morning would soon follow. Early the next morning, we boarded the ferry again as we made our way to Gogora on the north end of Lake Tana. I helped load large bags of grain onto the boat, much to the laughter of people who were not used to a white tourist chipping in to help. Day 2 started with the sun piercing the quiet gray horizon on still waters. At each stop, people got off and on. Animals traded places as the ferry slowly started to empty. At the last stop, I helped raise the anchor with the hand crank. The crowd we left at the dock whooped with delight and roared with approval. When we finished, I gave my strongman pose, and we all laughed together. The last leg of the ride finally gave me what I longed for, a quiet and empty spot on the boat where I could sit alone and soak up the clean breeze of Lake Tana. And for a moment, I saw the mysterious Lake Tana and all its hidden treasures. Too soon, we pulled into the last dock, and back on land we went for good. Leaving the familiar shores of Lake Tana, I glanced over my shoulder one last time to view the source of the Blue Nile, and I silently said goodbye. Check in again. There's more to come from Ethiopia. This is Dean Jacobs, reminding you to check your compass, because you never know where you might go with the Dean of Travel.